Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, August 31, 2016 at 12:52 a.m. And the topic, um, multiple choice here, selection, but mainly why is, and I can't understand it, guys. Why is this woman, Hillary Clinton, she's better than Teflon Don? I mean, really. Why don't they do anything to her? She's got to be, you know, I read today, and I don't know how many. I started writing the titles down, but I mean, I could have written a half of a notebook of all the people that said she's got to be brought to court. She's going to be locked up. How can a woman like that receive so much protection without it being almost supernatural? And I'm serious about that. But I just wanted to bring that up and get you to think about that. And another thing, today I listened to a thing, and it was Benjamin Netanyahu. He was being interviewed, and he was walking with several people. He made a couple of statements, and also the headlines were that there's even the Palestinians today, they want to talk to him about, hey, let's forget the state. Let's just talk about maybe a peace process. But the reason for that is what I've been telling you for 3 or 4 years, they're going to run into a lot of oil. They got more oil now, natural gas, they can ever sell or spend or anything. I mean, they got it. So the Palestinians, for some reason, they just 2 days ago were ready to start a war because the Jews were building housing on the property they felt like was theirs. But all of a sudden, that hostility went away. So they're talking, and they're not the only ones. Turkey, they mended their fences day before yesterday. Of course, Netanyahu had to send them about, $120 million or something like that back when that flotilla incident, but it wasn't his fault, it's their fault. And but there's a lot going on, and a lot saying that big possibility that a peace process is being worked out today, and there will be contingency on the peace, but it will be broken, and then it'll take someone like the Antichrist to come in and do a peace treaty and guarantee it. So, but in reality, I can see this woman being the meanest. I've not seen one as, how do you put it, as cruel, as evil, as mean, as greedy as Hillary Clinton in my life. Never. I've not seen a woman that, and she laughs through everything thrown at her as if she knows, well, they're not going to touch me because I got some kind of power behind me that's blocking them. And she has. I'm just wondering if that power is Obama. I'm just wondering if he wants to stall the elections. I say this, if he stalls them, I believe we're going to get into a bad way here. And I don't see, in reality, I don't see Clinton taking the spirit of Apollo. I do believe that it's more likely, more possible that, see, if we are here doing this ritual with the Masons, with each president, starting with George Washington all the way through, supposedly every one, but maybe one took it. I think one rejected it, turned it down. And I'm not sure of the name. I think I know, but I'm not going to say it because I'm not sure. But if that can happen, there's almost like, in other words, the place where they would go in for the indoctrination or the accepting of this spirit, there's got to be a portal there, in my opinion. Also, at the Vatican, there's got to be a portal because he, at the Vatican, can offer the same way the spirit of Apollo to come and inhabit, which would be the Antichrist. And so that's probably where he'll come from, the Antichrist, from that part of the world. I say come out of Europe there, the European countries or the Russian bloc countries. And I don't think coming from any part of the Middle East, I don't think Israel. And I don't think he'll be American. But it's not a dead subject by a long shot. There could be a lot of things here that could change quickly. But again, I heard recently that Donald Trump was saved. He has a great team. And this team, they're going to be working really hard on issues like Roe versus Wade and getting prayer back into schools. And and by this, I believe would be a, how do you put it? It almost makes a very evil man to come in and halt the elections, suspend the elections, and him stay in office. And then he has some sort of, just like Putin and his president, and then he became prime minister, and then Putin was president. So they did this back and forth. But the whole time, Putin was in charge. So Putin calls all the shots. But could they have the same type of thing here with Clinton and Obama? Is the only thing I'm thinking. I don't think either one of them, I think both of them would be rejected by the Antichrist personally. I do. Putin is what I'm hearing lately. I've heard some good things. I've heard that he's a Roman Orthodox type Christian, and that he is not the evil man that the world thinks he is. I don't know. I'm hearing this, and I'm hearing it recently. And but we cannot continue with being handed out to the thousands of used to be underground labs that were already playing with DNA, mixing, and there's no telling what they already have that they cannot wait to show off. Just cannot wait to show you, well, since we're doing it, let me show you what I've got. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out, tell you what I was thinking about. Peace process being very, very close, and that would be, to me, more key than anything else that we could see that would say, okay, guys, pack up because we're getting ready to take a hike out of here. When I see someone talks about peace, when I see Benjamin Netanyahu talks about, openly right there in the hallway, walking down the hall, they're filming him, and you can hear you got the writing on the bottom talking about peace. And when I hear that and see that, and I see all of a sudden the interest with all these nations over there, why? Why so many Middle Eastern nations interested today in peace? Just suddenly. I don't know. We'll find out. But before a peace treaty can be signed, we have to go, because it will be signed with the Antichrist. Jody Wolf Expoz.